From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may see all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e maho. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e maho. Ayum hunabku, eva maya e ma ho.
different. I am the world changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies.
All right, greetings in Lakesh. Welcome to our Get Familiar with Your Galactic Kin. This is our new kin orientation, and it's a very powerful way to get familiar with galactic consciousness. And some of these are just metaphors for consciousness beyond the body, consciousness further than the limitations our consciousness is bound by. And so it's very important that we tap in because, as some of you can see, there are many changes going around the world and in the US and all over. And we need to be making changes too. We need to be doing something different. And so this is the perfect time for you to be discovering your galactic purpose here on Earth. I want to make some acknowledgments to the source of all creation, the Earth ancestors, star elders, the foundation for the law of time, Jewel University of Immortal Science, Melanin 6 master teachers, the Mimic Priesthood, and the indigenous elders. And so my name is Neb Taharka Kanish Kawak, and I am the founder and the chancellor of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. I'm also one of the master teachers at the school, and we teach on a lot of concepts in the human experience in relation to the law of time, which is a law, just a law like the law of gravity, and also whole mind concepts. That the difference between the brain and the mind, one is the hardware, one is the software, and the brain processes the consciousness at different levels to be able to actualize them while in the human body. It is amazing attributes and aspects to learn and discover about yourself as you navigate this earth experience. Is very powerful. And so as we move into our new kin orientation, we want to have this. This is something that can help you get familiar with what we're talking about when we're talking about kin numbers and expressions of the creator, and how to align yourself with these cycles to open up your mind differently, to override these programs that we're in. And so there's a lot that's going on, and you can just see with, the different changes of things like removing TikTok or signing executive orders. These orders are not above the cosmic order. They're not above universal law. And so as we understand that, we need to be operating at that level, or we'll be subjugated and influenced, and our hands will be forced by these programs that we think we need to depend on in order to live a decent life wherever we are in the globe. So it's very important. This is a very important time to pay close attention to something different. And nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. I love this part. This part of our session is, what is your kin number? And if you don't know your kin number, you could just drop your date of birth in the comment section and we'll get you your kin number. But at the same time, we also want to know what city you're logging in from. This is a lot of fun. I love this part because you never know. You might find somebody who is directly in the same city that you're in. You're in the same city. And you know what? When we start talking about greater consciousness and things of that nature, one of the things that I've come to know is people's biggest complaint is, I don't have nobody to talk to. And it might be somebody near you that thinks like you, and you guys can kind of build on your evolutionary trajectory together. So what city are you logging in from, and what's your kin number? Let's go ahead and where you calling in from. Caller, subscriber, where you dialing in from, whether you're on IG or whether you're on StreamYard or whether you're on Facebook. I'm actually right now at this moment in Minneapolis, or actually I'm in, Minneapolis, St. Paul area at the moment. Okay. All right. So I see that kin number 38, Sharif, his kin number, Akil Sharif. He's in Houston, Texas. Welcome, brother Akil. Dreamy Pisces is in the 757 area. Welcome. I'm right now currently in Minneapolis. Wouldn't it be something? What if you happen to be in the same city that I'm in at the same time? Empress, Kamaria, Kin 29, Virginia in the house. What's going on with Virginia? Roderick, Kin number 8 from Michigan. Welcome. As you never know. I might be doing this one of these times, and I might be in Michigan. I might be in the 757. You don't know where I'm gonna be. And so it wouldn't be funny if you put your name up here and you put your city, and then I put my name up there and I'm in the same city. We got to meet. We got to have a meeting of the mind. So this is what's phenomenal. And I truly am grateful for this process, because this is how bonds and relationships are made. Just an introduction, right? It's simple as an introduction. Hey, I didn't know you was in this area. Wow, me either. Let's meet up for tea, right? Let's break bread. All right. So I'm sure we'll have more people dialing in, but this is one of the funnest parts, because you get to see what parts of the country people are dialing in from. All right. To the actual session. All right. So next we're going to go into, who are we? Who are we? Well, we are a progressive group of cosmic beings, cosmic thinkers that are highly intelligent, intuitive, and telepathic and laser beam focused on evolving throughout the journey of remembrance. And why? Well, we're focused so we can fulfill our purpose, our galactic purpose on the planet. And so when you have the idea that you have a purpose that's bigger than you have the purpose that's bigger than the planet, and it's beyond that, now you can walk with a different attitude and talk, and you can walk to the beat of a different drummer than you may have before. All right. So we have right now currently an online school that's based in Atlanta. And we actually founded this school and started it back in July of 2023. And, we're accepting students pretty much from everywhere. We currently have 12 courses that are being offered. I mean, this is the start of something that's absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of it is, we talk about the law of time and its relationship with nature. and how it works on our behold and whole mind concepts that help us improve our self-image so that we can turn our dreams into reality at a much more rapid pace. We also have some very distinct economic initiatives for small business coming up in later on in 2025. So it's really a great time for us. We've worked out a lot of the growing pains, and we've been doing this for a while. We've been working on these courses on different platforms for the last 21 consecutive semesters over the last 9 years. And also, what's very powerful about it is we've done over 1,200 coaching sessions one-on-one with people to integrate this into their lives. So as we make this school, it's not a school, it's not a thing that's interesting. It is necessary. When you see all the changes that's going on in the world, when you see 6G coming in 2030, when you see the changes that are being made with these different administrations and things of that nature, it requires you to have your spiritual system in place very solidly, and it requires you to evolve as a being or get swallowed up in the belly of the beast. Okay, the synchronistic human is someone who is able to be multidimensional while unifying energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic evolution of humanity, Mother Earth, and the galactic whole. When I saw that word holonomic, holonomy, I had to look it up. You should look that word up. It means we are systems inside of larger systems energetically. So we're all connected, which means we're all one. But we have forgotten. We're in a deep state of amnesia because we think we're separate from our environment. We think we're separate from each other, and we think we're separate from the primal force, from the cosmos. And therefore, we are living a limited version of who we are and who we can be in this experience. All right, synchronicity refers to the underlying cosmic intelligence that synchronizes people, places, and events into a meaningful order. We experience synchronicity when an outer event corresponds to our inner thoughts, perceptions, and or feelings. All right, so we have a saying to follow the synchronicity, like the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Follow the synchronicities in that way, and it will lead you on a path in your journey of remembrance. All right. So the next part of this in our first week, so this new kin orientation has 4 parts. The first part is we learn about your galactic signature. All right, and then so right now we're going to do a review of the first part, just in case we have anybody on here who doesn't have their kin number. All right, the day you were born. Okay, so think about what date you were born on the Gregorian calendar. We're going to show you where that equilibrates on the 13 moon calendar, and it's coded by your galactic signature. Your galactic signature is one of the 260 expressions of the creator that you came and were born into this reality on, so that you can fulfill that expression on the planet to complete your purpose. It's very powerful. All right, by playing the role of your galactic signature, you allow yourself, your mind, your body, and spirit to vibrate at that particular frequency, and you broadcast it out to everyone around you. This is your gift to the world. So what's your birth date? So do we have anybody on here that doesn't know their galactic signature? It looks like most of the individuals that are here do know their galactic signature, but if you don't know, you could shoot us your birth date. Now, let's just say that your birthday was today. So today, the archetype that we are dealing with is the sun, the yellow sun, and it's the 20th archetype. So there's 20 archetypes. This is the 20th archetype. And so we're going to talk about what this archetype means, what its attributes, so you can get an understanding of what we're talking about when we're talking about these archetypes. And because there's 20 of them, we see all 20 together as one unit. So it is the galactic tree of life and light. All right. So as we get into the yellow sun, the kin number is kin number 200. The yellow overtone is the tone, right? Overtone sun. So the overtone is the fifth tone that deals with radiance. Let's read the affirmation and see what it says about the yellow overtone sun. It states, I empower in order to enlighten, commanding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of elegance. Interesting. That's different than it's Thursday. I don't know what Thursday means. Thursday is almost time for Friday, Thirsty Thursdays. I don't know. But this, I needed something to help me think about how I could evolve. So let's go through this. So I empower in order to enlighten. Okay. So where am I getting this empowerment from? Well, we're in the evolutionary cycle of what we call cosmic intelligence. And so we're empowered and enlightened by this cosmic intelligence. What does that allow us to do? Command life, right? That's what the light does. You think about the sun, when it actually shines upon a flower, it demands and commands that it opens up and be life, right? The sunlight bringeth light and life, I should say. I seal the matrix of universal fire, that's universal love, right? With the overtone tone of radiance. We have a saying that says, your radiance dissolves any frequencies that's not aligned with your divine purpose. I am guided by the power of elegance. I'm guided by the way shower, right? The star shows elegance because it knows it has a cosmic swag about it. It shows you, right? It shows you the way. The stars show you the way. Even when we on the earth and going north, right? The stars show you the way. So we say this 3 times, so we're going to say it one more time to imprint it in our mind and hearts and to lock it in. I empower in order to enlighten, commanding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the overtone tone of radiance. Everybody's walking with the aura that has the potentiality of radiance. I am guided by the power of elegance. I say, and I say, yo. All right, so we got 60 more kin to go before we start back over at 1. So the assignment for the first heptad, now the first heptad is just the first week. But again, we follow the 13 moon calendar. There are 13 cycles of 28. So everything is even. Each week is 7 days, and there's 4 7-day cycles in a 28-day period. Next moon. So what you're to do is to recite your galactic signature daily. That was the assignment from last Thursday. And memorize your galactic signature. Did anybody memorize who's newer their galactic signature yet? And if somebody has, what we're going to do is celebrate them, because that is a step closer to tapping into galactic consciousness once you have it memorized. So it helps to say it every day, right? I learned and I remembered mine the first day. I just kept on practicing. I empower. Let me say mine. I'm the blue overtone storm, kid number 239, right? I empower in order to catalyze, commanding energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of accomplishment. And I am a galactic activation portal in order to empower, right? In order to catalyze, right? Commanding energy, self-generation, radiance, and accomplishment into me. Memorize it, right? Because it makes your life more intentional. If I'm telling you this galactic consciousness is so powerful, go all the way, full throttle, right? Pedal to the metal, foot to the floor. Okay, so that was number 1. Now, what we're going to cover today, we already covered the city we're logging in from and who are we, the kin of the plasma, galactic signature. We're going to talk about the Tzolk'in calendar, and the Tzolk'in is the total kin. So there's a total of 260 kin, and what's significant about that is that it matches the gestation period of the human and some crops. What does that mean? Well, from the moment you were conceived in your mother's womb, until the moment you were born, into this reality is roughly a 260-day process, which is a more accurate depiction than the 9-month process they say it takes to actually for a child to be born into this reality. So in those 260 days, you had through consciousness, you were going through each of the expressions of the creator until you decided to make contractions, right? And a contract to come out on the particular kin and the expression that you were born on. For that kin, mine was 239. For Honorable Woodley is 153. For Basima is kin 240. Expression number 40. For Roderick Gar in Michigan is kin number 8. Right? For Empress Kamaria is kin 29. All right? And so on and so forth. So when we're able to do that, we're able to, for Akil Sharif, right? Expression number 38 out of 260. Right? And so being able to do this is a very powerful experience, because now when we make a contract on our expression, that means we're going to carry it out as our primary purpose on the planet. I love when I found out my galactic purpose. Let me tell you something. Living my earthly destiny was easier because I knew I was here for a greater purpose than myself. You see, I knew that if I came here with galactic consciousness, I wasn't just a number. So I can't just be taken out of the equation like that. All right. So the Tzolk'in, as you can see, it has 20 solar seals. We call them archetypes. Another name for this is the 20 dynamic frequencies of light. All right. And each one has a glyph. You can start at the top where this red one is and go all the way to the bottom where the yellow one is. So we're on the yellow sun, right? And then the tone is, you see this bar? This is the 5th tone we call the overtone. And so we put the overtone and the sun together, we get the yellow overtone sun, and it's right here at the bottom, right? And it's the bottom of the 10th column. All right, 200. And it's just good to see its location, really. All right, because each of the 13 tones and each of the 20 archetypes come together and they make an expression. So that means that there are 13 different versions and variations of each archetype through the tones. 20 times 13 is 260. So this 260-day cycle, this is something I'm going to say right now is very important for you to understand. Because I said, why would I need a 260-day cycle? Why would that be important to me? Well, it's just as important as we celebrate the orbit of the Earth going around the sun. So by the time we get around the Earth, right, the Earth revolving around the sun, right, and we started from your birthday, that's going to match your solar return. How long the day you were born and how long it took the Earth to go around the sun. But there's another orbit I want to tell you about. It's the galactic cycle, right? The galactic cycle and the galactic spin is how many kin did it take you to get here? 260. So every 260 days, your kin number comes up. And it's just as important as your birthday, your solar return. Why? It is celebrating the length of time that you were conceived, right? Until you were born into this reality. You incarnated. And that cycle, and when we blend that with the consciousness of the Earth revolving around the sun and the moon revolving around the Earth, we create a synchronicity that helps us remember our cosmic memory. And when we do that, we can tap into any power that's available in the entire cosmos. That's the theory. That's the concept. So it's very powerful. So this is where all the kin numbers come from. And you can see this double X, we call it a double helix. And this is what we call the galactic DNA. There's a lot of knowledge here in the symbology of this, but these green areas that you see are portals. If you count them up, there's 52 portals, right? And I used to say when I got started a few years ago, I said, what are these portals? Why are they there? What do they do? And watch this. They give you access to your cosmic memory. Neb Taharka. Why would I want to access my cosmic memory? Well, scientists say that we have over 100 million years of memory stored in our brain. And because of artificial intelligence, we probably are only using about 100 of the 100 million years. So we're putting all of our energy and attention into computer systems, smartphones, and artificial intelligence. But what we have failed to tap into was the absolute intelligence that comes with the human technology that we're wired with, right with our brain and our heart. And so when we talk about tapping into this memory, these memories have grander versions of who we are in terms of different states of consciousness that's beyond the state of consciousness that we are right now. You got to understand that if we're operating on 100 out of 100 million years, well, if we get to 1,000 out of those million years, that level of consciousness creates a different type of experience than the 100. The 10,000 creates a different experience than the 1,000. The 100,000 years of memory operating on that creates a greater and different experience than the 10,000 years of memory. The million years, that's 1% of the 100 million. Now we're talking is different than 100, 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000. So the question is, if you were going to buy a computer, what kind of computer would you buy? Would you buy it with the least amount of memory and the slowest processing speed? Or would you buy it with the most amount of memory and the fastest processing speed? The processor is your brain. The memory are different levels of consciousness that you can access and reach and operate with that consciousness in the body. And so it behooves us with everything that's happening on the planet to tap into that memory so we can be a more dynamic version of ourselves during these times. I say? So this calendar helps us. It's a spiritual calendar, and it helps us evolve spiritually by accessing our cosmic memory. Why? Because we're going to access higher levels of consciousness. How can you advance yourself spiritually if you're not becoming and moving into greater consciousness? See, that's going to hit some people on the way out the door. All right. So the cycle, right? Every calendar, when we go back to the Zolkin, right? There's 13 cycles of, there's 20 cycles of 13. Every cycle of 13 is a cycle of evolution, and it's coded by each archetype. Right? There's 20 archetypes. Each has their own evolutionary cycle. So we're on the 16th evolutionary cycle we call wave spell of the Yellow Warrior. Now, the Yellow Warrior is helping us evolve through cosmic intelligence. And these are the different archetypes that are participatory in this experience. So you can see the green box is around the glyph for the sun. Now, as you learn about this, each of these glyphs, because of their position, play a specific role in helping us access, right, the evolutionary process of cosmic intelligence. The sun's role is to empower us to remember cosmic intelligence. And the byproduct of that is radiance. And so each one of these have a distinct role. And as we go through that with you, you kind of see how this full picture comes together and the ground kind of appears beneath our feet. It's different. It's not linear. All right. It's radial. It's multidimensional. And that is what's going to help us evolve. And that's what's going to help us release the control and the stronghold that computers have on our mind and on our brain. All right. So assignment number 2 is you want to locate your kid number on the Zolkin calendar. Okay, so let's go back. All right. So we have kin 153. You know, do you see your number, kid number on the Zolkin calendar? Kin 240. Do you see yours? on the Zolkin calendar? Kin 8, where is yours on the Zolkin calendar? Kin 29, find your number on the Zolkin calendar. Because if it's on the left side, that's the past portal side of the Zolkin calendar, which means that we're Sankofan. We're going back to the past to get what we need and leaving behind what we don't need as we orchestrate our future now. If you're on the right side, right, you're on the future side of the Zolkin, right? So you may have a more futuristic view of how things need to occur, right? So find where you are on this, right? Kin 38, where are you on this? And you can see this. And so now you see where every other kin is relative where you are on the actual Zolkin calendar. All right. So one, take note of the position. Locate the kin, the daily kin each day. Okay. What is a galactic spin? Okay, we're gonna go over that. What is a galactic spin? Well, a galactic spin is, and it occurs every 260 days. It's a galactic cycle. All right, the galactic cycle is a 260-day cycle that completes all the expressions, all the 260 expressions of the creator. So when we use this terminology, we're about to complete a galactic spin. We got 60 more kin to create to complete a galactic spin. Well, what that means is we're 60 days away from completing a galactic cycle. Ashe? All right. So what is a galactic spin? And then how many kin are in a galactic spin? Right? How many kin are in a galactic spin? Thanks to 21, he's on the future side, right? He's on the future side. So you want to know these things, because when you plug in with us more and you start taking classes, you start getting specialized knowledge about this, you are quickly able, as you come in tune and alignment with this, to activate your galactic gifts, your cosmic gifts, and your galactic powers. Okay? Kin 38, the past side. All right. So you'll see that if you're on the past side, you may be dealing with a lot of past things that you need to get through. Right? If you're on the future side, you might deal with a lot of anxiety and procrastination because you're so excited about the future, but you may or may not know how to create a plan to attain what you see. Record any insights and any downloads that you get from looking at that kin or looking at that calendar. And I have an actual symbol with that double helix on it, and I focus on that for 7 minutes. And so many insights come to me when I do that. Powerful. All right. So those of you that are new, and I look, one thing I like about doing this, a new kin orientation, is because I get to become a new person again. You know, the most exciting time that right, there's 2 times, and I'm so excited. One, when I first got my galactic signature, right, and I started learning about, my archetype, I was excited because it made sense. The more I learned, the more it made sense. All right. The next one that was so excited is when I found out what happened when my 52-year castle was complete. In other words, this takes 52 years to sync up the 260-day cycle and the 65-day cycle. And in every 52 years, your kin number and your birthday are on the same day. And I just had mine on June the 16th in 2024. Man, let me tell you, it was a very exciting and touching time. But now I'm going back through the process, the 52-year process again. And I am wiser, I'm more knowledgeable, and it's just so incredible what I'm able to access mentally as a result of that. All right. So if you're new, get started and take this seriously. We need something different to disrupt the programs that are coming to dominate your mind and your behavior. So step 1, make a decision to evolve. None of this will work as well if you don't make a decision that you need to evolve. and that evolution is the solution to all your problems and all your present circumstances. Step 2, register your kin. So we're going to put something in the chat where you can register your kin. You can just click on this and register your kin, because on Kin 260, we're going to have a big meditation. We want to invite you so you can represent your kin number in the physical body as we access the galactic brain and the cosmic mind. It's going to be incredible. Step 3, become an I am member. Now, if you want to accelerate your growth, you want to accelerate your evolutionary process, become an infinite aligned memory member with the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. And you're going to get several things. Step 4, review the law of time basics. This helps you understand the lingo. A lot of people skip past this and because they like what we're talking about. It's deep, it sounds good, it's good conversation piece, it's good debate material. Well, step 4, review the law of time basics so that you can understand the jargon and the terminology that we're using and get up the learning curve faster. Once you do, it's no turning back, I'm telling you. All right. And so also when you become a member, right, you're going to receive an email with explicit instructions. Read the instructions to log in, right? Then it's going to have you, one of the things it'll tell you to click on the curriculum button, because at first it's going to say you have no courses because you ain't clicked on the curriculum button yet. Once you click on the curriculum button, you're going to see all the videos in the archives that are associated with your membership. And then what you want to do is first go to the Law of Time Basics and watch it repeatedly. And any replays that are back there, we have something called Amplify Your Purpose. We have these replays, Sync Talk, and we have quite a few of them in there for you to be able to enhance your knowledge. All right. And the other thing we tell people to do is to memorize your galactic signature. Do it today. Just do it. Just sit there and keep looking at it and memorize it till you got it memorized. You could do that tonight. All right. So the I Am membership, the monthly membership is $33. You could do it for a year and save $99, and it will be $330. Some big perks, because when you do the year membership, you're going to get 50% off of all the classes, 25% off of the classes when you're a monthly member. All right. Here's some of the topics in the Law of Time Basics so you could see the perspective that we're coming in from. Take a screenshot of that. This is powerful. It's pre-recorded. These videos on the left side are anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes in length. On the right side, these are more like an hour, but you can see a bigger, more explicit ideal of what's happening with this cosmology. This Sunday, mark your calendar. We're going to be talking about the inspiration of dream intelligence, DI. EI is emotional intelligence. DI is dream intelligence. Let's talk about it, right? So you're welcome to come and join us. This helps us to disrupt systemic programming, access higher states of consciousness, and the keys to prospering in the new time. And believe me when I tell you, it is a new time. Everybody's making changes, but make sure if everybody's making changes that you're the one that's not making changes. Okay? You need to be making adjustments as well, because it's a lot of things that are shifting. Someone sent me a message today that said Elon Musk said that by 2040, there'll be more robots than humans. Now, whether that's true or not, you need to be thinking about where is your consciousness? Where is your spiritual system? Are you going to be one of the robots that Simon says controls by remote control and is governing your mental? Or are you going to be one of the synchrononauts that are operating by the synchronic order? You got to make that decision real soon, because let me tell you, these advancements with AI is going to force your hand in ways you won't believe. All right. So you need to be thinking about that now, not when 2040 comes. You ain't going to be able to get ready then, right? All right. So join us on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We also are in the middle of our cleanse, our 28-day cleanse. So we're tomorrow, or actually, yeah, tomorrow we'll start week 3. And we're going to be doing this for 4 weeks. So you can still participate. Just reach out to us and let us know you want to participate. You can start with week 1 right now. Okay. So that's a lot of fun. And we also have started our semester. So if you're interested in classes, we started our semester last Friday. We have a couple more days that we'll accept late enrollments. And it's going to be powerful because we're going through a fast and we're learning this cosmic, not learning to remember this cosmic knowledge at the same time. And man, it is a beautiful marriage. This type of approach helped me advance at a much faster pace than I would have advanced if I would have just studied the material. Okay. You can follow us on social media at Neb_Taharka, and that's for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. It's going to be, man, it's going to be incredible. Now, at this time, does anybody have any questions? We talked about the 260-day calendar, the Zolkin, and I want to make sure that there are no questions because what I figured out is the 13 moon calendar is the key to disrupting the logic of the systemic programming, right? From the left brain, right? The logical left brain. The right brain is affected by the Zolkin to help us through memory access, right, our cosmic memory and help us access greater states of consciousness and evolve spiritually. That's the process in which it takes place. So take advantage of this. Don't wait, hesitate, and procrastinate and say, well, I'm going to wait till next year. Man, let me tell you, these executive orders are getting signed so fast, you don't know where you're going to be next year. You don't know where you're going to be or who you're going to be next year. You know, and truly, time is the evolution of consciousness, but the only time is now. It's time to evolve now. Ashe? So definitely take advantage of this. One of the best gifts that can be given to you is to be able to exercise full authority over your whole mind and all of its faculties and dimensions. Take advantage of it. Access your whole mind. All right. So on behalf of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment and its students, I want to thank you for reaching out. If you got any questions whatsoever, feel free to email me or message me on one of the social media platforms. This has truly been a pleasure as well as a privilege to be selected to share this kind of knowledge with you. And I trust that it will help advance you so that we all can evolve together. And so I will say, in Lakesh, that means I am another you. Alakin means you are another me. Hotep, Hetipu, and Namaste. And don't ever forget, evolution is the solution. Watch the video for the telepathic group that we created a few years ago, and we'll see you in some of the upcoming sessions. Peace.